So we are live from the Key Tower here, and I think I'm actually filming this vertically. So you can tell how serious I'm taking this post game show. So I'll let everybody kind of chime in and trickle in. But I want to give you guys my thoughts on that game. So I mean, at this point, it's basically comical. To lose a game like that, you're not supposed to lose football games like that. That is the way that you lose football games in Madden or in just video games. You don't lose football games when you're winning, by 13 points with like 2 minutes left. You don't do that. And to be honest, I think it is. It's inexcusable from a professional standpoint to do that. I think there was the whole stadium was packed. I mean, there were people that were there, and every seat was packed. People were having a great time the whole game, and then 2 minutes left, it just falls apart. And then Stefanski's sitting there in his post-game presser, and I'm going to do videos on this all week. You can better believe it. How we win as a team together, we lose as a team. We're going to own this, and we're going to move on. Yeah, of course you're going to do that. You're going to try to do that. But this is a loss that felt personal. This loss hurt on a level that isn't supposed to. And somebody needs to be held accountable for this. This isn't something that we're like, oh, we're just going to move on and go to the next one. There needs to be accountability. And I don't know who that is. I don't know if it's Joe Woods. I'm calling out Joe Woods. I think it's inexcusable to give up 31 points to Joe Flacco and the Jets at home. I think that's inexcusable. And he almost lost the game last week as well. Offense played fine. Jacoby Brissett played fine. I called out Jedrick Wills. He appeared to have played fine this week as well. So this is it. Mick the Dog says this might have been the worst loss I've ever seen as Browns team take. Yeah, I saw there really have a good time together and enjoy it and go home and say, hey, we saw a good one. And we saw them fall apart like they didn't give a living crap. That was it. They didn't care. That's it. So, what are you doing?
I just want to move this lamp out here.
It's fine. I'm live, so you don't worry about the lamp. I thought he's had a tremendous amount of talent and just absolutely done zero from an execution standpoint. Are you looking for somewhere to sit? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the air conditioning.
The air conditioning, okay. So I think that from that standpoint, it's pretty pathetic. And it hurts. It's sad. I feel bad for the fans. I feel bad for everybody watching on TV. I feel bad for everybody who was there in the stadium. It's unfair, that we have to sit there and watch the team collapse like that. Cade York, who was the hero last week, misses a standard extra point. Just misses a standard extra point. We made him the hero. And then this week he's not,
Goat.
He's the GOAT this week, yeah. He lost us this game, just like the defense lost us the game. The secondary lost us the game. That's what it was. As great a game as Kareem Hunt had, for Kareem Hunt to go out of bounds twice on the final drive when we just need to get out of bounds. Like, the game is of time. It's time. Now, did Kareem know that they were gonna the defense was gonna fall asleep? Hey, no. The defense was gonna fall asleep, and the we'd miss an extra point. Did he think that was gonna happen? No. But you get out of fucking bounds. That's what you do, Kareem. That's what you do at the end of the game. We didn't even need that.
Relax.
You get out of bounds. He goes out of bounds, and the clock continues to move, and it gives them plenty of it's understanding the win condition. I know you want to get tied. and then the defense to allow them when there's less than 2 minutes left to humiliation. An onside kick when everyone in the world knows, yeah, they knew it was coming. They called timeout. And then Kevin Stefanski, my question to Kevin Stefanski in a press conference would be, Kevin, why do you have linebackers on the hands team? Why do you not have David Njoku you paid millions of dollars to? Why do you not have Kareem Hunt out there who's got great hands? Why do you not have Harrison Bryant out there? Harrison Bryant might have been injured, but I mean this is what's going on. How do you not have your hands players out there, skilled position players? You put linebackers out there. And then your answer was, instead of just knocking the ball out of bounds, it's not on you. Knock the ball out of bounds. That's it. You knock the ball out of bounds, you win. Instead, they didn't attack the ball. And then they have a minute and a half, and that's it. And they just let them just waltz down the field. They started playing prevent. They played prevent when they actually had to play stop defense. Joe Woods, I don't understand the guy. I don't understand how you can have that level of talent and not have you guys focused. When you have a complete lapse in what you need to do execution-wise on the field, it falls to the players, but it also falls to the damn leader, the person who's calling the plays and getting them ready. If he can't motivate them to stay focused, then he should not be a coach in the National Football League. That's it. Go coach high school. You know? Add a little life. Go coach high school ball. If you can't figure out how to keep professional athletes motivated to win a game at the end, then you shouldn't be coaching in the National Football League. I put the hashtag fire Joe Woods out there. I'm standing behind it. That's it. Like Joe Woods, this is personal now. I'm going to yell from the highest mountain for as long as I can that you should not be our defensive coordinator. That is it. And if anybody can give me some facts and reasoning of why I'm wrong, I'm honestly open to it. I'm open to hearing it. But at this point, I don't think there's any excuse. I don't think there's anything that can be said. It was disappointing. It's pretty awful. Again, it sucks seeing it live. I'm sure it sucked for everybody at home as well. And yeah, that's that. Let me get one of those waters. That's that. So I'm curious about how everybody else feels. If I look at the old Chatterino. Okay, here we go. Joe Woods need to be fired. TT says, yeah, Mick the dog, go watch the Jets' last TD. That's exactly how not to play defense in that situation. Yep, exactly right. Exactly right. It hurt. It kind of hurt, if I'm being honest. And then we play the Steelers on Thursday, and if we beat the Steelers on Thursday, everybody's going to be like, we shouldn't have lost that, you know? Shouldn't have lost that one. That one was brutal. I'm trying to think, like, in my adult life, if I've ever been this disappointed by a loss. My adult life. I think the last one was in college when we lost when Virginia Tech lost the national championship in '99. That hurt because it was my team and it was the championship game. As a regular season game, this hurts. Oh, my Browns fandom is shaken to the core. I could go do fun things on Sunday, says Mick. After Clowney went down, we couldn't get pressure. And that's the other thing about Joe Woods. Joe, if you're listening to me, how about dialing up some pressure because they can scheme around them, buddy. I was sitting there in the section, looking down. I could tell I was like, I know it's going. If I know the play that's being called, then how does Joe Woods not know that? How does he not scheme around this? I'm just a guy in the stands who watches a fair amount of football. I'm not a professional coach. I don't get paid millions of dollars to scheme against that team. Joe Woods does, and therefore the losses are there. I feel bad for Cade York as well. You know, the kid can obviously kick. He's got a leg like crazy. Missing extra points is unacceptable. Missing extra points in the National Football League is unacceptable. Missing field goals in the National Football League is fine. Then you got Zerline who hits a 58-yarder. I mean, it was like everything that could go wrong went wrong. We would start dominating, we start really pushing it, we start putting it away. We get 13 points, and we give it away. Give it away. And I really do think if we would have gone to overtime, we would have won. I think we would have. And we even said, we're like, hey, if you're going to miss, that's not a bad time to miss because we're up 13. So every point in the National Football League matters. And then giving up the fake punt. So this is a Prefer. I mean, look at Mike Prefer. Again, Mike Prefer. You've got a couple decent returns. You also had a fumbled punt that was recovered at the end of the game. You had a missed extra point, and you gave up a fake field goal that turned into a touchdown. I'm sorry, it's unexcusable. We lost on defense and we lost on special teams today. We lost. And that was it. And that's running backs had a good game. Amari Cooper had a great game. David Njoku dropped one pass. That's what David Njoku does. He'll make a couple. He'll drop passes. Catch a touchdown in the end zone, and both feet will be out of bounds. So we paid that guy top tier tight end money to get the same guy that we've had for the last 4 years. It's unbelievable. We had a 99% chance to win to 1%. They came back and lost 1%. And we had to sit there and see it and pay money to see it. I think that's the thing that I think I'm most upset about is like I know that there will be no let's just put our heads down and move on with gotta be the worst defensive coordinator in the league. Gotta be. You cannot lose an NFL game at giving up 13 points. If I'm the owner of this team, if I'm Jimmy Haslam, I want to talk to the coaches. I want to understand how this happened. How did this happen? I haven't listened to Miles' speech yet. I didn't catch most of it. I mean, honestly, at this point, I got to tell you guys. At this point, I'm starting to feel like for the first time that as a fan, I care more about winning and losing on this team than the players do. At the end of this game, they get a game check whether they win or lose. I don't get a game check. In fact, the check that I'm writing the check to the team. So, starting to feel like the fans and the people out here care more about the wins and losses than the players do, because you can't give up 13 points. It's unacceptable. Somebody has to be held accountable. That's the point. Like if we're gonna sit here and just keep going through this and be like, well, it's on this, it's on that. No, this is it. Anybody who's watched Cleveland Browns football for the last couple of years knows that this defense and this defensive coordinator are absolute garbage. Incredible. He's an incredible athlete. But Joe Woods' defensive scheme consists of everybody else suck, and we'll try to get to the quarterback with Miles. That's the whole scheme. That's it. Everybody drop back to a soft zone or fall asleep or play safety and let guys get behind you because Myles Garrett probably will get to the quarterback. That's it. You don't have Myles Garrett on this team, Joe Woods would give up 50 points. The fans were loud and gave home defense feel. Okay, the fans were. The fans were loud. I was there. It wasn't the offense that hurt. The offense played good. The offense put up 30 points. The offense put up 30 points. They gave up 31. It has nothing to do with the fans. I was sitting there. If the fans were yelling, it's because they were upset. They were upset because your defense. Fans for being loud when we were on offense, because we're supposed to be loud on defense, right? You're supposed to be loud on defense, and we were. There were moments with that stadium was rocking. But guess what? When the stadium gets rocking and the offense scores touchdowns, and then the defense gives up touchdowns right away, guess what? It's college, high school, pro. You give up a quick touchdown, changes the momentum, changes the feeling in the stands, and people get upset by it. People get like, oh shucks. We didn't blitz again. Not all game. Correct. We didn't blitz. Joe Woods didn't adjust when Clowney got hurt. Woods has to go. I don't know, guys. I agree with that 100%. I'm sick of it. And for Joe Woods to not understand what blitzing is in the NFL, you have Joe Flacco. And then you do blitz, or you do try to get to him, and then you leave the field wide open so Joe Flacco can take his walker out and scurry forward for 5 yards. It's unreal. It is unreal. Anyway, guys, appreciate it. Thanks for being with me, letting me rant here. I'm gonna try to decompress a little bit. Thanks for watching. Sorry that we couldn't get the stream. I'm doing this from my phone because the Wi-Fi in the Wi-Fi here is in the hotel didn't work, so it was pretty terrible. TV announcer says in order for the Jets to have every prayer, they have to, yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Down all of its horrible glory. So make sure you're subscribed and you're there to watch with me. I want to puke. Thanks for being here. I guess go Browns.